Alexandra Eala can't hide her happiness as new career high ranking secures major boost at Grand Slams. Alexandra Eala has been making significant strides on the WTA Tour, and now she has achieved a new career high ranking of world number 31 in singles. This accomplishment drew a heartwarming response from the young Filipina. During the 2025 tennis season, Eala finished within the top 50 in singles on the WTA rankings. She secured a title at the 2025 Guadalajara 125 Open by defeating Punna Udvardy in the final. Eala also reached the finals at the Eastbourne Open and made it to the semi-finals at the Canberra Tennis International, the Miami Open, and the Jingshan Tennis Open. Alexandra Eala reacts to reaching new career high ranking of world number 31. Eala kicked off her 2026 season with impressive performances, reaching the semi-finals in both singles and doubles at the ASB Classic. In singles, she advanced to the semi-finals but lost to the eventual runner-up, Wang Xinyu. In doubles, she teamed up with Iva Jovic, also making it to the semi-finals before being eliminated by the eventual runner-ups, Su Yifan and Yang Zhaoxian. The 20-year-old also reached the quarterfinals at the Philippine Women's Open and the Abu Dhabi Open. Most recently, she competed at the Dubai Tennis Championships, starting her campaign with a walkover into the second round after her first-round opponent, lucky loser Hailey Baptiste, withdrew due to injury while the score was 6-4, 0-1. In the second round, Eala defeated 6th seed Jasmine Paolini with a score of 6-1, 7-6, 5, and advanced to the quarterfinals by overcoming Serena Sursti 7-5, 6-4 in the third round. However, in the last 8, the Filipina's run came to an end at the hands of third seed Coco Gauff. With her quarterfinal finish at the Dubai Tennis Championships, Eala rose to world number 31 in the WTA rankings. This ranking means that the Filipina will be seeded in the upcoming Grand Slam tournaments. Reacting to her achievement, Eala took to social media to share a picture of her new career-high singles ranking, expressing her happiness with a red heart emoji and a smiling emoji. Looking ahead, Eala is expected to compete next at the 2026 BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells, scheduled for March 4th to March 15th, 2026. The main draw matches will take place on the outdoor hard courts at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden. In addition to the world number 31, players such as Amanda Anisimova, Gauff, Aryna Sabalenka, Jessica Pegula, Jasmine Paolini, Alina Svitolina, defending champion Mira Andreeva, and former champions Iga Swiatek, Elena Rybakina, and Naomi Osaka are also expected to compete at the WTA 1000 tournament. This year, Eala will make her main draw debut at the BNP Paribas Open and will be seeded at the WTA 1000 hardcourt tournament in California. Alexandra Eala can't hide her happiness as new career high ranking secures major boost at Grand Slams. There are moments in sport when numbers feel like poetry. A ranking beside a name. A quiet update on a Monday morning. A shift upward by a few precious spots. For Alexandra Eala, that number was more than a statistic. It was validation, relief, and a doorway swinging open to the biggest stages in tennis. When the latest rankings were released, Eala didn't just see a career high beside her name. She saw years of early mornings, lonely practices, homesickness, pressure, and belief distilled into one defining milestone. And she couldn't hide her happiness. The smile that said everything. Tennis is often described as a solitary sport. No teammates to sub in when you're tired. No huddles to mask self-doubt. Just you, the court, and the scoreboard. For a young player carrying the hopes of a nation, that solitude can feel even heavier. Eala has long been more than a promising junior. She has been a symbol of possibility for Philippine tennis, a sport still carving out space in a country dominated by basketball and boxing. Her journey from a prodigious talent to a rising force on the professional tour has been watched closely, analyzed intensely, and supported passionately. So when she achieved her new career high ranking, the emotion was unmistakable. It wasn't just joy, it was the kind of happiness that comes from knowing you belong. The road from junior stardom. Before the professional breakthrough, there were the junior triumphs. Eala's name first echoed loudly across the tennis world when she captured a Grand Slam title at the junior level. Winning the girls' singles title at the U.S. Open in 2022 was more than a trophy, it was a declaration. She had already built her foundation at the prestigious Rafa Nadal Academy, honing her game in Spain under a system designed to produce champions. The academy didn't just refine her forehand or strengthen her backhand. It instilled discipline, resilience, and tactical intelligence. But junior success, as many promising players learn, is only the beginning. The transition to the professional circuit is unforgiving. Opponents are stronger, smarter, and less forgiving. Points are harder to win. Matches are longer. Expectations are heavier. Eala embraced that transition with patience. There were tough losses. There were weeks when progress felt invisible. Yet slowly, steadily, her ranking climbed. Why ranking matters so much. To the casual fan, a ranking jump might seem symbolic. In reality, it's transformative. A higher ranking unlocks direct entries into bigger tournaments, fewer grueling qualifying rounds, better seeding positions, greater exposure and sponsorship opportunities. Most importantly, it secures a major boost at Grand Slams, the 4 tournaments that define careers: the Australian Open, French Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open. For years, entering these events often meant battling through qualifying draws, extra matches, extra pressure, and little room for error. A career-high ranking changes that equation. It offers breathing space. It provides legitimacy. It signals to the tennis world, this player is no longer chasing entry. She's earned it. The emotional breakthrough. Athletes often talk about trusting the process. It sounds simple. It rarely feels simple. There were likely nights when Eala replayed missed opportunities in her mind. Moments when she wondered how long the climb would take. Tennis development is rarely linear. One week you beat a top seed. The next, you fall in the first round of a smaller event. That's why her visible happiness after achieving her new ranking felt so authentic. It wasn't arrogance. It wasn't relief alone. It was gratitude. Gratitude for coaches who believed, for family who sacrificed, for fans who stayed patient, for herself for refusing to quit, carrying a nation's hopes. The Philippines has produced sporting icons across various disciplines, but a sustained presence in elite women's tennis has been rare. Eala's rise has reignited interest in the sport across the country. Young girls now pick up rackets imagining Grand Slam courts. Local tournaments receive renewed attention. Media coverage intensifies. Social media buzz grows louder with every milestone. With her career-high ranking, Eala isn't just climbing a list. She's shifting a narrative. She represents the idea that talent from Southeast Asia can thrive in a sport traditionally dominated by Europe, North America, and Australia. Her success widens the map of possibility. Tactical growth behind the ranking. This ranking jump didn't materialize from hope alone. It reflects tangible improvements in her game. One, physical strength. The modern women's game demands explosive power and endurance. Eala's improved conditioning has